take a joke? Yeah, hey, fuck you then.
God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman.
That's right. Today we're discussing feminine rage in the film Promising Young Woman. I'll be your hostess, Alexa. But before we go any further, I'd like to discuss a few trigger warnings for violence, language, sexual assault, and of course, spoilers for the film. With that being said, let's jump right into defining feminine rage. A quick Google search does not yield a definitive answer, mostly because there is no real consensus on what exactly it is. Maybe because anyone who has witnessed feminine rage firsthand hasn't lived to tell the tale. But all jokes aside, a woman's rage is different from a man's. I think this is for two reasons. One, he has always been allowed to express anger. It is a manly emotion. But two, women have to put up with so much bullshit all the time that our pots have to be boiling over before we're gonna say anything. But this isn't a new phenomena either. The Hindu goddess Kali has been around since 600 AD, give or take. Kali literally translates to she who is death. She is the goddess of destruction, but is also sometimes called redeemer of the universe. So if this idea has been around for so long, why don't we see it in popular media more frequently? Well, we have to take a look at Kill Bill.
I just killed my ex. Not the best idea.
No, not the 2022 smash hit by SZA, although I do love her, like a lot. I mean Kill Bill, the 2003 Uma Thurman movie. Even though many people praised it for being a revolutionary movie for the feminist movement, there are some critiques that say that this isn't feminine rage. It's a woman performing male rage for the male gaze. Lacey Boffer, movie analyst for Den of Geek, says far too often in movies like this, female protagonists are asked, even expected, to react to trauma in the same way male ones would, with violence. Think John Wick, Memento,
Are you not entertained?
or even Gladiator.
Entertained!
But in the real world, women rarely resort to such actions, largely because they're too difficult and would probably result in injury, death, or imprisonment, end quote. So how does Promising Young Woman get around this and portray feminine rage for what it really is? Well, it all starts with the main protagonist, Cassie, her villain origin story, if you will. Her best friend, Nina, is raped after drinking at a party in med school, and then she drops out and commits suicide. This is obviously really hard on Cassie. So in an effort to cope with this, she gets dressed up and goes out to bars to pretend she's blackout drunk. Then when some asshole takes her home, she startles him with her sudden sobriety and hopes that the experience is convincing enough to make him rethink about trying to take advantage of another woman. In this next scene that I'm gonna show you here, you can see how calm and calculated her rage is at this point. She does not get overtly violent, and she doesn't yell like a man would.
I think you should go.
But a second ago, you were determined for me to stay. You were pretty insistent, actually.
I'm a nice guy.
Are you?
I thought we had a connection, I guess.
A connection? Okay. What do I do for a living? Sorry, maybe that one's too hard. How old am I? How long have I lived in the city? What are my hobbies? What's my name?
All right, fuck, I get your fucking point. What do you want from me? Say that I'm an asshole? Fine, I'm a fucking asshole.
Whoa! Why are you so freaked out now? You really need to calm down. At least you didn't try and have sex with me while I was passed out. You do get points for that.
Now, I love this split second right here, where for one moment she is framed by devil horns. I think it's a wonderful commentary on how scary and evil feminine rage really can be. Then, later on in the movie, when Cassie starts dating a nice guy from med school, she learns that everyone that was involved in her best friend's rape is successful and doing well. The audience sees the gears in her head start to turn as a plan forms, because that's how feminine rage operates. It's methodical. but it can also be merciful. In this next scene of Cassie meeting back up with a woman who knew about the rape but did nothing to defend Nina, Cassie gets her drunk, but gives her a chance to back out.
You thought I was crying wolf.
I don't make the rules. Look, when you get that drunk, things happen. Don't get blackout drunk all the time and then expect people to be on your side when you have sex with someone you don't want to.
That's a shame. I was hoping you'd feel differently by now.
Sorry.
For your sake, I was hoping you'd feel different by now.
Look, don't be mad. Just, I'll get the check, all right? It's my treat. Hello?
Are you okay, Madison?
My head is spitting. I just feel... Oh, shit. Oh my God. Sorry.
It really is so great seeing you again. You really haven't changed at all. It's great.
I love that by the end of Madison's encounter with Cassie, she realizes how easy it was for someone to get her drunk to the point of not remembering what happened next. It's almost like incapacitation is not a state in which one can give consent. Weird. But I also love this moment because, again, just like the devil horns, we get this framing for just a second with the single red light like an evil halo above Cassie's head. The second part of the plan starts when Cassie essentially kidnaps the medical school's dean's daughter.
What are you doing? She is a young girl.
I wonder if she looks so young to those guys.
You better tell me what room she's in. Tell me what fucking room she's in. Now! You sociopath! Tell me where she is! Please tell me. You're right, okay? Is that what you want to hear? You're right. You're right.
Look how easy it was. I guess you just had to think about it in the right way. I guess it feels different when it's someone you love.
Here we see another example of how calm feminine rage can be. You can see how infuriated Cassie is that the dean gives these boys too much benefit of the doubt. But she doesn't scream back when Dean Walker gets all up in her face after the script is flipped onto her own daughter. Both of these scenes with Madison and with Dean Walker go to show that even women can perpetuate rape culture by not actively calling out harmful behavior when they see it. It wasn't enough for Nina to have a woman in the room or in a position of power to stop this rape from going unpunished. These women needed to be shown firsthand how detrimental rape culture is. Continuing on, remember what I said earlier about pots boiling over? We see this happen for Cassie right after she leaves the dean's office.
Hey! Sitting in the middle of the intersection? Let's get your license. You blow the entire DMV? Hello? Talking to you. Look at me, you stupid cunt. Huh? Okay, yeah, come on over. Where you going? Just gonna leave your car? The intersection? You coming over here? Huh? You angry? Holy shit! Is that a fucking tire? Psycho! Just chill out, okay? Why don't you calm down? Oh, okay. Whoa, stop! Crazy fucking bitch!
Excuse me?
Fuck you.
And even here, she doesn't yell anything back at the guy. Just, excuse me? Love it. From there, the film briefly looks like it's gonna have a happy ending when things start to get more serious between Cassie and nice guy Ryan. Things take a turn for the worse though when Madison confronts Cassie and comes clean about a video that was taken of Nina's rape. After Madison leaves Cassie alone to watch it, the audience hears Ryan's voice on the tape. Cassie takes a moment to process and then marches over to Ryan's office.
You think they'll fire you here? Dr. Ryan Cooper? I mean, you work with kids, right? They have to be careful. Things have changed so much since we were at school, haven't
Think
they?
about this, please,
I
please.
cannot begin to tell you how much I've thought about it.
Okay. All right, there, okay? They're gonna be there this weekend, all of them. You don't think I'm a bad person? Cassie, I love you. I love you, Cassie. You gotta forgive me. Tell me to forgive me.
No.
So you're perfect, right? You've never done anything you're ashamed of? You're... I can't. Are you gonna tell everybody?
I don't know.
I don't know if I can live with the threat of this hanging over me. I didn't even do anything.
Okay. Poor Ryan, just an innocent bystander.
Ooh. When he says, I didn't do anything. And she just laughs like, that's the point. It makes me want to scream. Lacey Boffer, who I mentioned earlier, puts this feeling into words by saying, promising young woman is nothing if not honest about the ways that rape culture works overtime to validate men like this and to reassure them that their actions are always justifiable. I also love a little bit earlier in this scene when Cassie says, I cannot begin to tell you how much I've thought about it. And then there's just this silence and tense, eerie music until Ryan gives in and gives her the address. This moment right here is why feminine rage is so scary. It's built up by years and years of remembering and thinking, and instance after instance of abuse built up. From the beginning of the movie with the construction workers catcalling her to this point where she finds out a guy that she was starting to fall in love with was just the same as the rest of them. She just gets more and more and more angry. So the last scene I want to examine is Cassie's final confrontation with Al, the man who raped Nina.
I want you to tell me what you did.
Are you talking about?
What do you think I'm talking about?
I didn't do anything. We were kids.
If I hear that one more time.
Look, maybe she regretted it after, okay?
Oh, yeah, she regretted it.
I didn't do anything.
Wrong!
What the fuck? Look, I don't know what you want me to say, okay? But we did not.
What?
You know.
No? She could barely hold her head up. She had no idea what was going on.
It was a fucking party. I mean, yeah, look, we were all drunk, of course, but she was into it.
Didn't look like she was into it on the video.
What video?
Oh, you don't remember? Your friend Joe taped it. Let me tell you, that party does not look so good in the cold light of day.
Look, I'll give you anything, okay? I mean, I'll do anything. Anything.
Oh, don't cry. Really, don't fucking cry. Tell me what you did.
I didn't do anything wrong, though.
She dropped out. Top of her class, and she dropped out. I did too, to take care of her. The two of us gone. You graduated magna cum laude, though. Did you ever feel guilty, or did you just feel relieved that she'd gone?
You know, I was affected by it too, okay? I mean, it's every guy's worst nightmare getting accused like that.
Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is?
Wow, that's a lot to process. This is the first and only time that we see Cassie start to lose her composure and yell. This is precisely why it's so chilling when she calmly retorts, "Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is?" I did spare you Cassie's gruesome ending, but it goes back to what Lacey Boffer's first point was about how women don't lose their cool like Cassie did in the end because it would get them killed. And it did. Cassie losing her composure cost her her life. So, to wrap up, Promising Young Woman teaches us about the dangers of rape culture, how the man that insists he's a nice guy should never be trusted, and that feminine rage is a silent but deadly force. Just remember this. Most known serial killers are men for 2 reasons. 1, men are irrationally violent. But 2, women just aren't dumb enough to get caught.